rutting duck anthem. A buck comes by me chasing the doe, put the beat on his shoulder and let the 12 gauge roll. Big buck down in the smell of gunpowder smoke. I got the deer wood sounding like the Alamo. And if a duck flies anywhere close to the hole, he'll be shot down quick. This is a no-fly zone. Big old Tom hollering up in a tree. When he flies down, I'll call him over to me. He'll gobble and strut, but the last thing he'll see is the muzzle flash from a 3rd degree. I'm telling you now, you better give him a listen, cause a rutting duck boys ain't never missing. I'm telling you now, you better give him a listen, cause the rutting duck boys ain't never missing.
So is that what we're going to start with? Smoking Newports in the duck hole? I'm like, I don't know if y'all do this, but you got to smoke a Newport to kill a wood duck. I'm telling you.
All right. Yo, boys, it's something else. We've been sitting here for 10 minutes just laughing. Ain't got nowhere.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
It's going to get worse.
Welcome to the Rutting Duck Podcast. This is episode number 8. I'm Dylan Hotaling.
I'm Jay Rowland.
I'm Weston Hotaling.
And today's guest of the hour, we have a longtime friend of ours, Mr. Damon Lear.
Yes, sir. Nice to be here.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
Being that yesterday was the opening day of bow season in South Carolina, and you are would you say you're an avid bow hunter?
I do nothing but bow hunt when it comes to deer. So
Sweet.
I would say so.
Good. Well, this is good. So you partook in a deer hunt yesterday that was interesting from what I've heard so far.
Yeah, it was probably the worst start to a hunt I've ever had. I was hunting in a 8-acre peanut field where we've been seeing a lot of bucks all throughout the summer.
Yeah.
And I have a ground blind sitting on the corner. I mean, the undergrowth is too hard where you can't set up a climber. So I had left it from turkey season, so it's really blended in, I guess you could say. So I walked up to it, checked it for snakes, make sure there was nothing in there because I ain't trying to get in there with a rattlesnake or anything like that. So I reach in,
which is a very probable thing this time of year.
I swear,
No
and
doubt.
I reached in and grabbed the back of my chair to move it to check up under my seat, make sure there weren't nothing up under it. And I feel something moving in my hand. Like, what in the heck is that? And then I got lit up. I opened my hand. I'm holding 3 wasps and a wasp. I was hollering like, God, oh my God. I was getting tore up. Got stung twice. So I got out of there. I called my dad back. He dropped me off and said, go run to the house, get the wasp spray, because I am not about to sit in there. And we only live about 5 minutes from our hunt. So he went and got it. And my blind, the wind had pushed the front and the left side of it in. So I got out the back, and I was still cussing up like a sailor with my hand on fire. And I pulled the left side out. Now I went to the front, and I reached in there. And I look down, I'm touching a black widow. God. I've never seen a black widow before in my life until yesterday. So I moved my hand. I take a picture of it and send it to Dad and say, bring the spider killer too, because I ain't about to do this. Man,
God,
don't get me wrong.
He got the ground blind of death out there.
I swear, I've never seen one before. And I mean, she was a big little heifer.
I seen
too.
it on your Snapchat story.
She was a big heifer.
Yeah.
And you know that little ball?
Yeah.
That's her eggs, man. Yeah. Homegirl got laid.
So there's 2.
There's another one. No, don't they eat?
I'm gonna get back to that because I had another run-in with more than one.
Not.
So my dad comes back, gives me the spray. I walk back to the blind. It's about a 40-minute walk from the road. Get in there, and I am fogging it up. I mean, I couldn't even breathe in there. I was in there everywhere, and I'm like, ain't no way I'm gonna see a deer tonight.
What time did you get there?
I got there probably around 7:15.
Okay.
And by the time I got in the blind, after I hadn't about suffocated myself, it was right around 7:35, somewhere in there, about 7:30. But yeah, I smoked it out. Got in there, settled down. Texted my dad, said I'm good, because he was sitting in the rifle stand on the other side of the field and watched. And I can't see the road behind me. So if a deer were to come up from behind me, I mean, I want a little bit of a notice because I have my bow sitting beside me where I can grab and pick it up. And he said, okay, deer just stepped out in the road behind you, a buck and a doe. And a little cowhorn buck. Weren't nothing much to look at, but
That's like
that's beside the point, though. I was sitting in there and I grabbed my bow, and when I pick it up, set it down in my lap, guess what's on my bow? Another black widow. So I take that
baby daddy.
I take that bug spray and soak the bow down. And I'm sitting there thinking, ain't no way I'm gonna see a deer the rest of the night. Ain't no way. Well, they ended up getting spooked off. I guess they smelled my smoke screen in there or something. But they took off. So I set my bow back down. I ain't seen a deer in about 20 minutes. Just crawling on my stand was another black widow. So I just grabbed it and said, all right, this is a routine thing now. I just started spraying it and sat back down. And it weren't 30 seconds after I did that. I had about 6 deer walk out straight in front of about 100 yards. And one was a shooter buck. And with the bow, beginning of the year, I would shoot anything other than a spike with the bow. And I was shooting him about 120 pound, about 12-inch horn deer. So I was watching him and had a doe walk out right in front of me. I'm talking about like you could spit on her. She was 10 feet from me.
Oh, geez, I let it go.
Can't shoot a doe till September 15th. That is a fine.
Look, nobody's got to know.
Me, you, and the good Lord will know. That's enough.
Oh, that's right. Well, I wouldn't know.
I wonder if they do that because of the phones.
You know, I worked with DNR for about 6-7 months. We'd say 6-7 months. As a wildlife biologist technician 2. And we would often talk about the rules in the state, and one that would always kind of split DNR right down right down the middle is hunting season. Deer season, is it too long or too short? And as soon as open day comes in, should you be allowed to kill a doe? Some people are like, yeah, because it'll be better than shooting a doe that's pregnant. And others will say, no, well, I mean, you can shoot a doe now and she's got youngins with her. I mean, how are they going to fend for themselves? So everybody just split right down the middle. The way I see it, you're screwed either way.
Look, you cannot. You've been to Pamplico, right?
Yeah, I've been on there.
Okay, way too many does.
Yeah.
Way too many.
Absolutely.
You have to control your does, because when the rut comes in, if you've got 100 does to 10 bucks, you're never going to kill nothing. They ain't
Absolutely.
They don't have to work for nothing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get down to like 20 bucks and 3 does. You know what I'm saying? I want them boys. Let me go out there and go, Matt.
Go man them up.
Yeah, Matt.
Well, I mean, I guess because if you're pressuring an area, kind of like the place I hunt, it's around 50 acres of timber. The rest of it's fields. So I don't think I have many does out there. I don't have cameras or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I only just know of when I've been out there hunting. But if I had a ton of does out there and say five bucks in that area, and I'm pressuring that area, I'm probably never going to see a buck because they're chasing does everywhere else.
Yeah, but you're hunting a cut field, right?
I'm hunting the timber around the field.
Yeah, but it's a cornfield, right? Or what is it?
Well, this year I think they got soybeans out there.
See, so either way, you still kind of got a chance because it's a food source.
Yeah.
Is it a pine or oak?
It's mixed, but it's mostly oaks and gum trees. And,
yeah.
But there's a creek that runs through, and what I found last year was my first time using a climber in there. And there's a creek, and apparently they follow that creek, which is pretty normal.
Mm-hmm.
But so this year I'm kind of excited to see how that goes now that I know the terrain a little better. But
yeah.
Back to the hunt last night. I was watching those 5 or 6 deer for a while, and I had a little, like I said, that little doe that walked out that I could have spit on, and she never smelled me, but she started running around. You know, deer this time of year will be very playful.
Yeah.
She was like that. Never threw her tail up, nothing. But it spooked the other deer where they didn't run in, they just slow walked back into the woods. And I did not see anything else on my end of the field. My dad had 4 or 5 bucks down there on his end. Nothing really as of good characteristic on a deer. Just a couple of small cow horns, 4 points, stuff like that. And it was getting dark to the point where I weren't too confident to shoot any farther than 15 yards.
Yeah.
And I knew I ain't going to see a deer that come in 15 yards in the next 2 minutes. They're just not going to happen. So I texted my dad and told him, all right, I can't see much more. Come on and scare the deer out of the field because I don't want to spook them. He never replied to me. So I'm sitting there spam texting him. And I look up and I see something that weren't there a few seconds ago out in front of me about 140 yards, real light. So I pick up my binoculars and look, and it's a right good buck. He's I think he's a 6 that we have seen over there several times. Real tall rack deer, about 140, 150 pound deer. So I was trying to call my dad back. I had my AirPod in my ear. So if I had to call him, I can do that without having to pick up my phone, show light. Telling him, all right, there's a deer out there. Don't come. He would not answer the phone. I called him, I bet you, 15 times. Would not answer the phone. And I was looking at the deer. He threw his head up and looked toward me, but more to my right, toward the right corner of the field. So I look at my binoculars, and I just see white mat, like really white, light-colored mat standing about 50 yards from me. I said, okay, that's a deer. It's a big deer. I can't tell nothing else because obviously it's dark. Can't tell nothing on it. And he turned his head. That was a big deer. That was a real big buck. He was, I couldn't count points, nothing. If I had to guess, he's 17, 18 inch wide deer, tall. But when by that time, Dad already gotten in the truck, started coming, spooked him off. I was mad as fire. I just wanted to look at the deer because, man, I knew I was shooting.
Have y'all been putting out cameras or anything?
Nope.
No.
Nope. We used to have those solar cameras that would send pictures straight to your phone, but they blew up. Yeah. Like they last 5 months, 6 months, gone. And I just ain't gonna deal with it no more.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't a big camera person because, like, if you just see this monstrous buck, it is gonna ruin it because you're gonna be gotta go.
You're gonna be on him constantly, and you know there's another buck around there.
But here's what I will tell you about cameras: just because you got a camera, don't mean you know everything you've got. Because when we were hunting in this one place, I had decent bucks on this camera. Mm-hmm. But there was always this one buck, and I would have to park the truck. This was in my previous hunting club before this past hunting club.
Yeah.
And it was on the side of a creek. And I think you might have hunted that with me before.
Where's it at?
The creek stand.
The one in Sellers?
Yes.
Yes. I have hunted that terrible.
Terrible. That place is great.
It had burlap, and the shooting rail was at my knees.
Burlap's great.
That was not Sellers. You talk
that's that 301?
Yeah, that was on 301.
All right. Well, okay.
Don't talk. Hey, that stand worked. That stand worked. Hey, we had a blue tarp on it, but we killed something. All right. It was a climber stand that the ladder broke on. No, it was a regular tree stand.
It was like 6 inches off the ground.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was sitting on a pallet too. But had to do with
mess y'all have going.
Well. Hey, it worked.
Whatever. I mean, if it works, it works.
Hey, it worked.
And those deer are...
They didn't care.
What I would put in a sense of farm-raised deer, Jay was out there, phone blared up, playing Fortnite.
Yeah, I was on
playing Fortnite. And I look up, there's a deer sitting on the corn pile, and I said, Jay, there's a deer. Hold on, I'm about to win the game. Shoot it. Just sitting there constantly, didn't even care in the world.
Hey, dude, I've got my deer trained right. It was the same thing with the standing Sellers, dude. I had a deer named Mildred. And I could talk to her.
You talked about it.
I remember that. I remember that.
I could talk to Mildred. I would say, hey, Mildred. Sometimes she'd walk to the stand. Didn't care. But back to the story. I had a buck. I never had him on camera, but I would always see him. Like, if I hunted that stand in the mornings, he would always cross the road going straight into my corn pile. Never have him on camera. Nothing. His name was Ghost.
That's a good name.
I never had him anywhere. But somebody ended up killing him because the patch of woods he would come out of on the right side of this road. See, here's how it's laid out. You got the road that you can drive down that'll take you to my corn pile, but I don't pull up right on it, because this is back when I had the round body with straight pipe, so I had to park
5 miles away,
a little ways away, and I would walk to the stand. I'd probably park 300-400 yards away from the cut path into the box stand. And if I'd hunt in the morning, every morning like clockwork, you would see him, because I'm not getting in the stand early. When day breaks, I'll go get in the stand. But I would always see him. Always see him. But he would come from the right side of the road, cross over the main road, and then there's a cut road that goes into my cornfield. Or not my cornfield, but my corn pile. And he would always cut across. I guess he does it every morning. I don't know if he was going to the creek for water or what. But it happens because what happened is the dude on the right side of the road, he ended up being in the stand that one morning, and he said he never had him on camera neither, but he would always see him just crossing through. He moved his stand and turned it around backwards towards where he was being crossing. Ended up killing him. He was a 13-point.
Good Lord.
He was nice.
I think
you've shown me that deer before.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like bucks have more of a heightened awareness for danger than the does. Got to be, because
little bucks, I can promise you, they do not care.
They're stupid.
They are dumb.
I don't know what happens, but it's. I don't know if it's learned.
I've had a cow horn come up to that box stand and put a scrape on it while I'm in it. I was like, dude, I ought to just.
It weren't the same one I killed, was it?
No. We'll get on that there.
Damon, we just got that neon sign. The cord is in between your wheel and the floor. So just don't move.
I got you.
Sorry.
If I go back that way, it won't fall.
If you go that way, it's fine. If you come this way,
well,
it's coming down.
You know what? I'm just not gonna move until after the podcast. You can do all that. So,
so you brought your bow.
Yeah.
Would you like? I'd like for you to explain what you got. What's your setup here?
So that is I believe it's a 2022 or 23 Matthews Phase 4. It's the first. I believe it's the first bow ever to be an 8-limb bow instead of a 2 or a 4. It's got silencers built into each limb to reduce the sound. And it is very quiet. I mean, it is the quietest bow I've ever seen.
It looks sick.
It's
high
tech.
And it's Rutten Duck colors.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
We customized that for him, guys.
Yeah. Customized it for us.
So I do have a quick question. So I have never bow hunted, but as you know, since you've watched most of our podcasts, the day before our first podcast, I picked up your recurve, right?
Yeah.
And I had a mishap where the string smacked me in my nipples.
You ever shot a recurve?
I have. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Because you had, like with a regular compound bow, you hold it straight. That recurve, you kind of have to bend into it. And boy, you got that diaper rash.
Yes. So my question to you is, have you ever smacked your boob with your bow?
As large as mine are, and surprisingly, no, I have not.
Really?
Yeah, I have
so
not.
I've done something
lucky.
wrong.
Yeah, I've been lucky.
Close.
I was holding it very close, probably.
But recurves are just...
Recurves are a lot more difficult to shoot.
Have you ever thought about using a recurve for bow hunting?
Yeah, I about bought one about 2 years ago. But I don't want...
You got to want to shoot a recurve.
You're going to have to really... I want to get more comfortable bow hunting. I've been bow hunting about my whole life, but I haven't really been into it until about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I want to get really settled and comfortable on it before I take that really big step, because shooting that and a recurve are like driving in day and night.
Yeah, I mean, you have
they're
no
two
sights.
completely different things.
But what I want to talk to you about is, because I remember when you first started bow hunting, because me and you used to work together.
Oh, boy.
You remember the doe that you shot in the, where were you at? You were in the, what do y'all call it?
4 trees?
No, not the 4 trees. It's the first stand you got.
Oh, you're talking about right behind the condo.
The condo.
I don't really want to talk about that deer.
We need to get into that one.
You know, my buddy at work gives me crap about it all the time.
Well, as taking part in the hunt for this deer, because I was at work when you shot it, or when you tried to bow it down, or whatever y'all call bow hunting. But he called me. He called me and was like, "Hey, I might have just got my first deer with a bow," and I was excited. I've always been excited for everybody to kill something, or at least get some blood on it. And he called me, and I was like, "All right, I'll come down there. Give me a second." Because, I mean, from Bees to your land, I mean, I could have walked through the woods and got there faster.
From where that bow stand was set up to where me and him work, it's about 150 yards away to crow flies.
If Damon messed up and shot back that way and the arrow went too high.
Like, where that bow stand was, I could hear, if they were on the back dock talking, I could hear them.
Yeah.
And I'm, like, right in their back pocket.
And that never phases them deer out there, does it?
Not at all.
You would think they'd be like, man, there's a processor right there. I might better stay away from that place.
It don't bother them one bit.
But he called me, and we get down there, and I mean, I thought you had pretty decent blood. It was a little on the darker side.
It was a fixed blade broadhead, so I weren't expecting much blood. Yeah. But the way it was stuck in the tree, the arrow was stuck in the tree, and it was covered in blood. I mean, I knew I'd killed the deer. It's just a matter of
where
am I going to find it or not.
Yeah. But, I mean, the blood, I mean, there was plenty of blood. But we looked for what? An hour and a half, 2 hours? It was a while.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, dude, I don't know where the deer's at. Did you ever have buzzards or anything show up?
Nope.
That was your first ever?
That was the first one I'd hit.
Okay.
And it was a, see, I thought you were talking about something different, but now I know the one you're talking about.
You talking about the one you were in the stand back there towards the back? No.
I'm talking about the one that I shot and I picked up with one hand.
Oh, hold on. I don't think I know about that. Oh, yes, I do, because I had to skin it. Am I thinking right? Did I skin that deer?
Yeah, you did.
I can tell you one thing. That's the fastest deer I ever skinned.
My God, it was still sucking on his mama's teeth, man. It was tender.
You telling me it tried to suck on mine when you brought it in there?
Well, look, I mean, if I've bow hunted a little bit, like for a season, and I had a deer, and I've talked about it before, but it was out of my range at that time. I've been practicing for about a year. 40 yards was my last pin, and I wasn't very comfortable, but I just really wanted to shoot one with a bow.
Just to try it.
Yeah. And I want anybody that
feeling.
shoots a bow, you want that good blood trail, because when you shoot them with a gun, you're not getting that gushing blood trail. But so I just wanted to shoot it, and it was a bad shot. I mean, the guts fell out of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, shot at it 4 times.
Ooh.
The coyotes got to it before I could, but I understand.
I mean, you got an assist. I mean, I got to still count it. You just got a little assist.
Well, I mean, but like you,
a little help.
You want. I don't care what it is. If you're shooting a bow, or just like a little kid.
Oh yeah,
shooting their first deer, whatever it is, shoot it.
Dylan cracked his shield.
I was more excited about, and I'm not kidding about this. I am more excited about that 40-pound doe I killed with the bow, that first deer, than I was the biggest buck I've ever killed.
I remember seeing that on Facebook years ago.
That thing, you could fit that whole deer in a crock pot.
I mean, it still eats.
And a guy at work gives me crap about it all the time. I'm going to say, I'm not going to bow hunt tonight. All right, don't shoot no rabbit this time. Gives me crap all the time.
Speaking of, let's talk about the hunt out there at 301 where I was playing Fortnite.
Oh, man.
So I'll get us started, because here's the backstory. We weren't going to renew our lease at this spot. So we were just going to go out there and try to get a few does, not just kill anything.
Yeah.
But just get a few does, because we did have a camera out there, and there, from what I recall, we really didn't have any shooter bucks, but there was a lot of does. And I asked Damon, because I think I had already killed a couple that year. So I asked Damon, I said, would you like to go shoot a doe or anything? And Damon took me up on the offer. I was like, all right, well, from my experiences, it's probably going to happen. It's basically like a guaranteed, at least 95% chance. So we get out there, and this is the stand just sitting on a pallet or whatever with the blue tarp on it.
And I kid you not, the shooting, like, you had to hunch over. The shooting rail was like level to my knees.
Yeah,
that was the most uncomfortable shooting rest I have ever seen in my entire life.
The stand period was uncomfortable.
And we were packed in there like sardines. And I'm not a little guy. I'm not. I'm a big fella.
I'm not little either.
You ought to see me and Jay sitting in that stand. Oh my Lord, that was a comedy show.
But the great part to this stand was you didn't really have to be quiet.
Not at all.
The deer didn't really care because you got 301 right there, so they're used to.
Not even 30 yards
noise.
behind the stand.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't far at all. But we're sitting there, and a couple does start showing up. I'm over there playing Fortnite because, I mean, we got in the stand early that day.
You got to say around 3 o'clock that day, and it got dark around like 5:30.
Yeah,
We were 2.5 hours in.
Yeah, and I'm not the type of person. I'm a 45-minute hunter. All right.
Yeah, you told me about this.
I like, once that sun starts to, that's when Jay gets in the stand.
Well, I can't speak for anywhere else, but everywhere I've hunted, the deer only move. There's like a time in the day you can just feel it, you know it. It's like, okay, now the deer are about to start moving.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, let me put my phone down.
The rest of it's just
Uh-huh.
getting there early enough to get settled down and settled in and just sit for a few
Let
minutes in
things calm
silence.
down.
Oh, yeah.
See, I like to sneak up on them when they already out there. That way they ain't expecting me, and I can't drop
Rambo.
nothing and scare them off.
I mean, I've done that before.
Hey, it works every time.
Yeah.
You have no idea how many deer I have shot using the ladder off of my stands.
Now that's
Prop it up
that
on
is
the
one
ladder?
thing I think I have never done.
Really?
I don't think I have.
You
With
remem-
all the deer I've killed in my life, I don't think I've ever killed one walking to the stand.
You remember the
or-
9-point that Brandon Ingram killed over there, right down the road from here? Was it? You know where Brandon Ingram lives, right?
Yeah.
The nice 9 that he killed in the field.
About what? 4 years ago? 5 years ago?
Yeah. We were getting out the stand, and a coyote come running out in the field, so he was going to shoot the coyote, and just happened. He started with the lens over here trying to find the coyote.
Mhm.
Right time he put the lens up, his scope landed on that buck, and that was a long shot, about 230 yards with a 308, and folded him. And it was. I think we only had about 30 seconds left of shooting light,
Now,
but I didn't shoot, so I was like, whatever.
you know Ricky Baxley, right?
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let's get to get done with the
we're getting
story.
side- Me and Jay have
Yeah.
known each other literally our entire lives, and
Yes.
we could sit here and talk for 12 hours straight and still have stories to tell.
Might have
Yeah.
to do a part 2.
We're gonna need
Yeah.
more than that.
Yeah,
We're already at 30 minutes, and it feels like it's been 5.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
might be it. Might as well.
But we
split
got
it
to
in
hurry
half.
up because we've got to get down to the toilet situation. But
Oh,
so the doe walks out on the corn pile, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't remember seeing any
nor did I.
sprouts or anything on this book.
And I am not a person to shoot small bucks. I am not. I've never been like that. I like
I can vouch for him. I've seen all
Like-
the ones he's killed.
our property. We are fortunate to have a fairly good sized piece of land, and where we and the people around us manage to where we can be as selective as we want and kill 115, 120 inch deer about every year.
There's a lot of people that would probably pay a lot of money to have what y'all have.
We haven't officially scored any we've killed there, but we've killed about 7 or 8 that can go in the books, and we're fortunate because it took years of managing and planning food plots, controlled burns, controlled thinning, and we've got it now where you won't find many places around here any better.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm very thankful for.
Yeah. I know you've heard us talking about shooting 3 points, 5 points.
Ain't
this and
nothing
that.
in the world wrong with that. You can't eat them.
Yeah.
You cannot eat the horns.
Yeah.
But
Look, I've tried so many recipes with boiling them things.
but we have so many does. If we want to kill something for meat,
No.
we'll go out and kill a doe. Like right now, we're looking into a deprivation permit.
Yeah.
We have got so many deer. That peanut field right across the road, you know where Wayne's house is, Wayne
Yeah.
Grice. His peanuts are overlapped in the rows. Our peanuts are not that wide, and they are that high. The deer have just like you took a swing blade and went straight down the field and cut straight off the top.
They
Deer are
just-
so bad in there.
Yeah. Need to
Uh-uh.
knock some out.
But
Yeah.
but let's get to it. Hold
Yeah,
on.
let's get back to the
So-
Fortnite hunt.
It comes down to it, and I'm like, all right, Damon. It was getting
He was getting close to dark.
It
yeah.
was getting kind of dark, and there was 2 stands out there, and I've never hunted the stand me and you hunted then.
Really?
No. So, because I didn't even know it was there. If I'd have seen that and I was by myself, I'd have went and got back in the truck and left. But
Ooh,
they told me it was a pretty good stand.
for what? A 5-year-old?
I reckon. But it comes down to it, and Damon shoots this doe. And we get down there because there was what, 2 or 3 out there when you shot.
She was by herself. We had seen a doe about 10 minutes prior that stepped out a little bit farther down, and I tried to shoot it, but she turned around and walked in before I could.
Yeah, that's right. Did you shoot once or twice this hunt? Was it one shot? I could have swore you might have missed and then shot again and hit.
Well, twice, and I killed both of them, remember? Because we went down there and looked and never found blood on the first deer. We walked all around, never found blood. And your uncle, was it your uncle?
Yeah.
Went in there like 3 days later and found her.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember.
I don't believe in wasting no deer meat, nothing. We made probably a 50-plus yard loop in there looking for blood, never found a thing. So I thought, clean miss, right? Well, apparently I didn't miss her, but I mean, at least Cody something got her. So,
but so he shoots this spike, right? We didn't know it was a spike. I'm just clarify that so we don't get blasted in comments if they decide to finally comment.
Yeah. Thank you for commenting, by the way.
And
of course, man.
And you can see, like, they give you that jump when you hit them.
Yeah,
for the most part, you know. Yeah. And he took off to the left. And like I said, I've never hunted this, so we gave him, about 20, 30 minutes to kind of...
Sat in the truck and cooled off.
What were you shooting?
I was shooting a 308. And got us a few Newports.
Yeah, you know it. Hey, you ain't going to kill nothing. I don't care what you hunting. If you ain't smoked a Newport, you ain't killing a duck, a deer.
I swear.
Nothing. But, so we give him some time to die, because I'm a firm believer you will jump a deer up.
Absolutely.
You will. I've seen my dad shoot a massive 7-point twice with a 270, and the coyotes kept right on jumping him up because the cop car came by. But so we walk in and we're finding good blood.
Real good blood for a rifle.
It was really
good blood for a rifle.
I mean, he smoked him. And we're walking, and we didn't have to walk very far. What would you say, about
70 yards, give or take?
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't.
I mean, 70 yards walking zigzag for about 50 straight.
But it's hard to tell when you're just looking down at a blood trail how far you really walked.
Yeah.
And so we finally get to where the blood just dies off. You know why it dies off? Because it goes down in a friggin' canal ditch. And I'm talking about a 20-foot canal ditch with a slope like this. And guess what? The deer's laying in the bottom. Now, it's a dry canal ditch at this point.
Thankfully.
But wouldn't you know, I'm pretty sure it started drizzling rain, did it not?
It was drizzling, yes.
It started to drizzle rain.
And the slopes were getting real slick.
And so I climbed down there. And I mean, when I get down there, I'm like, okay, good doe. About 110 pounds. Then I look at the head and it's got knots on it. I said, oh, Lord help me.
Happens to the best.
I'm talking about little knots. I said, dang. I said, is that the deer? He didn't have a wheelie on him?
I don't know if it was or not. There was one within a week of that happening that we saw. Whether I killed it or somebody else brought it up there,
we worked at a processor. We seen all kinds of stuff.
I'm sure.
We've seen a really big antlered doe before. Yes, there too.
With milkers.
People gonna listen to this and be like, "What are y'all feeding y'all's deer out there?"
Everything, anything.
I've seen people feeding Krispy Kreme donuts. If it works, it works.
That's right. Whatever they like. But so then it comes down to the point where we've got to get this deer back up this hill. And it's hard enough to get myself back up this hill at that angle.
Remember, you cannot come up the hill because it was slippery.
Yeah.
So you had to send me back to the truck to get a rope out of your toolbox.
Yes. Thank God.
And had to tie the rope around his waist as I helped pull him up as he's hanging on to a 100-pound deer.
I'm holding the deer with one hand, trying to grab anything I can grab with my other hand.
That's like that scene from Spider-Man whenever he shot the webs and stopped the
No, seriously, that's what he looked like.
And look, did the rope pop one time and send me back down in the ditch or something? I can't remember what happened, but I know
something whether it came loose or it started cracking something.
It might have been before, and I just fell back down in there. I can't remember, but I know I ended back up in that ditch after an attempt. So we finally get the deer out of the ditch. Thank God. and now you got to drag it back to the truck.
This one really weren't that bad though.
It wasn't bad.
I drove the truck down to the corn pile.
Yeah.
When I got the rope and
Yeah. So then we finally get the deer and load it up.
Mm.
And then this is the part I'm going to get to about the processor. So we worked at a processor. So we always took the deer to the processor we worked at because you don't have to pay for a skinning fee or really and truly.
The only time you got to pay for something if you get extra, like jalapeno and cheddar, stuff like that.
B would look out for us.
Oh, absolutely.
Unless we were killing 400 deer, you know. I mean, just stay within the legal limits.
Reasonable amount.
But we get back to the processor, and wouldn't you know it, the dock is full. You remember that?
The dock, there was like about 15, 16 deer on the dock. Me and Jay pulled up, and there's a fellow that worked up there with us. I'm not going to say names, but he comes out the skinning room, looks like he just killed 500 people, hands on the waist. Where you guys been?
Man.
And Jay looked at him and said, Where do you think we been? We got deer in the back of the truck. And he walked over there and looked at the back of the truck and said, you mean to tell me you wasted all that time for that? And Jay looked at him and said, where's your deer at tonight? And boy, he got so mad. He didn't talk to me and him for like a week.
Yeah, look, he missed that night. He missed the deer. Look, that dude hunts with an AR. He told me one time he emptied the clip at a crowd of 3 does and killed nothing. And he had a 30-round drum in that thing. I could have just imagined because he hunts in a club. I could just imagine the next stand over. That dude's probably
like our intro. He really did have the deer wood sound like the Alamo.
Oh yeah. I mean, I just wish I could have been at the truck when this went down. I just he sounded like that dude that night we were playing Fortnite with that scar. That dude had unlimited amounts. I said, "My God,
he's a character, a character."
But dude, me and Damon, we have to kind of censor some of our stories because me and Damon have some funny stories.
We've got some processor stories that will make you about pee yourself laughing so hard.
Yeah, I had to stop. I hit record, and then I had to stop because we had like over 10 minutes of footage of y'all just laughing, and then the fiasco we had, we thought Damon was about to die in here.
Hey, we need to get on that right now.
Hold on. Let's take a quick break.
Quick break,
and then we'll come back.
All right. Yeah. Let me make some more drink.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. We're back from our break. We had to take a second, refill drinks, and get back on topic. First thing I wanted to do is shout out Reedy Creek Game Calls. They have agreed to do a little sponsorship with us, give us some gear and hopefully some turkey calls to use this coming spring 2026.
That'd be great.
So we're excited about that. We still got to talk to Mr. Aubrey, and then we'll go from there. But I just wanted to give a quick shout out to him. Thank you. And so where we left off was something about a toilet.
Oh boy.
That's what induced this Pepsi explosion.
Y'all will probably see a little clip of this at the beginning, but we don't have the full story yet, so we're going to retouch on
all. We were just sitting here and Damon said, and I broke a toilet, and then it just went nuts.
And it was about as comical as it could possibly get. So Jay has been at this house with us. I'm not going to say who the guy's at. It's a boathouse up in Cedar Island, North Carolina. We were on a duck hunting trip. Me and a few of my buddies who I went to college with. So out there on the water, you can't use the bathroom. Like you can pee, but as far as number 2 goes, you are in trouble.
Yeah.
And right around 3 o'clock hit, I started getting the bubble gut. Stomach started growling. We cooked deer sausage, bacon, eggs, and there's little frozen hash brown patties for breakfast. That's all we had all day. And all that grease just tore my stomach up. So around 3:30, I started getting that bubble gut. My gut was hurting. And I was like, dude, I got to go. And they said, no, the birds fly right at 4 o'clock because, they get that second flight out there right around between 4 or 5 o'clock. So just wait it out. You'll be fine. So I toughened it out. We killed 2 or 3 bluebills, several buffleheads, and that was it. And I called our guy and said, man, come get us now. I've got to go to the bathroom. So 10, 15 minutes come back. We're on the other side of West Bay?
Mm-hmm.
Is it West Bay?
Yeah.
On the other side of West Bay. So here he comes hauling butt. I've done got everything packed up. I'm ready to book it. I jump in the boat. Everybody else is taking their sweet time like they ain't got nowhere else to be. And I'm over there hunched over in the bottom of the boat in waders about to explode.
Did you have the sweats?
No, not really, because it was like 20 degrees. Like, it was cold up there.
Yeah.
Let me just say,
cold.
that is the most hopeless feeling in the world when you can't go.
I thought I was going to die.
You feel exposed?
Like, I was about ready. Like, if it weren't the first day of hunting up there, I would have said, screw it, I am blowing these waders up.
Oh,
But
Jesus.
I had one more bit on it. So I worry about the
God.
mess because they will not let you on the boat to go hunting unless you've got waders on.
Really?
Really, they will not.
Say a
They
dog
will
commercial.
not
Yeah, he was
let you.
hunched over in the boat.
It was either hold it in or don't go duck hunting tomorrow when we saw close to 7,000 birds that day. So 15 minutes goes by, he gets the decoys up and all that, and we haul him butt back to the landing. We pull up into the landing. I jump out the boat and fall on the ground and run to the car. Get in the car. I leave everybody else at the boat landing, but they have one truck, so there was 5 of them hopping in a extended cab Chevrolet.
Oh, yes.
I'd hauled butt back to the house, jump in, still got my waders on, throwing my waders off as I'm running up the stairs. When you come up the stairs, it's like that slick wood floor.
Yes.
I get in. I am running. My fat butt was moving. I turn the corner, slip and fall. I am crawling into the bathroom.
You must have had a good grip on what was going on because you've done fail 3 times and nothing's came out
Dude,
yet.
I have never experienced that kind of pain before in my life. And I get up and I jump to that toilet. And when I like Bo Duke slide across the toilet and the toilet seat slides off. And I'm sitting there thinking, I don't even care. So I take the toilet seat, put it back on, and squat down, spend an hour on the toilet. An hour on the
Jesus.
toilet. When I get off the toilet, everybody else is downstairs like, is he dead up there? Because I hadn't said a word, texted nobody, nothing. I'm just up there.
Focused.
I'm just up there praying to the Lord, thank you, I made it. And after I get off the toilet, I sit down and look at the toilet. I broke the bolts on the left side of the toilet seat. The toilet seat was just kind of hanging off to the side. So I texted the guy the boathouse belonged to and said, hey, the toilet seat's messed up. Don't know what happened.
Well, he knows now.
Well, yeah.
That was a valid. I mean, that was a.
It would. I would have paid the money to get it fixed because I have never felt that kind of pain before in my life.
Well, I'm
And-
happy you could hold it because if that had been me,
Oh, I know you couldn't have held it.
I'd have
You could not have held
painted that boathouse. I couldn't have waited.
I don't think he would have made it even for the boat to come get you,
No.
that. Like
especially out there.
I spent probably. Have y'all ever had that bubble gut, like that really bad gas pain? I know Jay, you have.
Every time I eat.
Like that really, really bad gas pain.
Jay
like,
can eat a Skittle and
For
it
like-
ruin him.
for like 2.5 hours. I held that in.
Oh, man.
It was miserable. But
yeah.
ended up, we found some screws. I unscrewed the right side, got the bolts out. I did it myself. It kind of bullshitted it. Excuse my
Yeah.
language. But I mean, I told him, I said, I think I got it fixed.
The next guy, used the toilet. He just falls in the floor.
And I texted him and said, I'm going to try to fix it. I think it's fixable, but found some bolts, kind of fixed it, kind of. Never heard anything else from him, so I imagine it was okay. And that was 2 years ago.
Have you been
So-
back there?
I have not been back since. I'm kind of scared to.
Couldn't show your face after all that.
Yeah, he'd kill me. He's a former Marine. Was he Marine or
Yeah.
Navy?
Look,
Marine or Navy one.
when you talk about people that ain't mourning people,
Good God.
He is not. Don't talk to that dude. When you get in the boat,
is grumpy.
do not talk to that fella.
Like the first,
But now, once you get done with your hunt,
he's nice. He can
he's chilling.
And the year I've been up there 3 times. 2 times with the guy we're talking about, and this last time I went, I was with a different guy, but stayed in the same house. The second time we went up there, Jay did not go with us. Me, my dad, my buddy Holden, and Brian went. We pulled into the driveway to the house, and he was sitting out there in the yard cutting grass in December. I mean, it was a really hot year. He said, "Y'all might as well just turn around and go on home. We ain't got no ducks." And my dad was sitting there saying, "I took a vacation for this. We drove 4.5 hours. You ain't gonna sit there and tell us to go home like that." But I told him, I said, "We just here to have fun, man. If we kill a bird, we kill a bird, but we just trying to get away from the women at the house." And he said, "Y'all ain't gonna kill nothing. We ain't got nothing." I went this morning and saw 2 ducks.
Well, you would think he'd probably let you know that, because when we went, he was keeping up with us, like letting us know when would be the best time to come.
Yeah, but
because we had booked it, but somebody had backed out or something, and we ended up changing dates, didn't we?
we were like the first week of January. And
Yeah.
you said normally the last week in December was the best week. And
No,
that's when
it
we ended
was
up going.
the day after Christmas we went, wasn't it?
Yeah, because we were
No,
supposed,
yeah, we
were
went
supposed
from
to go like January 7th through the 8th. Like 7th
Yeah,
and
I think
8th.
we went the 29th through
We
like
went
the first.
We went the last week of December.
Yeah.
Whenever that was.
Yeah.
But we killed birds that year. I mean, you went.
Oh,
We
yeah.
killed birds.
Mhm. That second day, dude,
It was like a redhead slaughter fest.
we started picking out what we wanted to kill. Like up there, you're gonna kill buffleheads. It don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter if it's 1,000 degrees outside.
But
You will-
it was
yeah.
like, all right, we ain't killing nothing but the drake.
Yeah.
And every
we-
hen that would come back, dude, we had
We just-
bufflehead landing out there in like groups of 30s and 40s. I mean, they were just.
and
And that is a hard duck to
I was-
hit with the wind behind them wings,
you
son.
think
Go out
those
there.
little birds are easy to kill like a teal?
You would think.
I swear to you, me and that boy right there shot a single drake bufflehead on the water at least 20 times and
Yeah,
never killed a bird.
They're like little
dude.
freaking soldiers out there.
Got
Like,
little
I
Honda
swear.
300s. They're
I
just bulletproof.
swear.
And I'm telling you, Dylan, they got them spoon engines under the bill. All right.
Can
Look,
book it.
If you lead a bufflehead like you lead a wood duck
You're
out
shooting
there,
3-4 foot behind them.
you might as
every
well
time.
left the shells at the house and you'd be better off throwing rocks. You ain't going to kill nothing.
Me and
Those little buffleheads are
they're tough.
They
I've
are.
seen Weston absolutely demolish one out the sky. I mean, the feathers flew off of him. He pillowcased it.
Yeah.
Bad boy got back up like nothing ever even happened.
It does not matter. I have never, out of the times I've been, seen somebody one shot a bufflehead.
No,
Unless
you
they
got-
are like
if you're
right
going to-
in your face.
if
That's
you're
like
going
the
to-
only way.
Yeah, if you're going to the Outer Banks, I recommend going to Outer Banks. I love the Outer Banks.
Oh, yeah.
that was a blast.
But if you do, bring a few cases of shells.
Not boxes.
Not boxes. Cases.
Dude,
just for the buffalo.
Okay, wait. Can we just talk about how many shells I went through on day one out there?
It was so many we had to go back and get more shells just to.
Yeah, we were
Are you
trying.
serious?
We were trying to ration shells for me. I think I shot 3 boxes.
Now-
Really?
Now, granted,
Look, hey, we went prepared. We had what? We
I
had like
took-
70 boxes between the 4 of us. We was ready. Well, look, we had
y'all had a good.
we
I
had
took a
10
case.
We took
A
10
full case.
We took 10 boxes apiece, and on the way there, we were like, "Do we have enough?" And we started second guessing it. So
I
on
know
the way,
Holden
we
stopped
stopped.
and got like 6 boxes
Well,
on the way.
Me and you were on the way. We stopped by Liberty Guns and got more. You remember that?
Me,
I
you,
think we
Holden, and
bought-
Brian, all like everybody bought like 2 or 3 more boxes of shells.
And we were like, "Do we have enough?"
God, y'all could have supplied Ukraine.
And as a matter
Really,
of
freaking
truly.
war with all that.
As a matter of fact, we did have enough because after we got back, I still had enough shells to finish out my year here.
And that's a lot.
That's a
Yeah,
lot for you.
Because I promise you, I am shooting ducks.
Well, see, we learned after the first day, don't shoot them while they're flying. Shoot them bubbleheads
Well,
when they on the
if they
water.
want, if they want to get on that water, let them. It is your best bet.
It really, because like some people might call it like unethical or unsportslike to shoot a bufflehead or a duck on the water, but
Whatever.
if
kills it.
anybody has ever shot a bufflehead, you know where we're coming from. If you shoot them on the water, 2-3 shots, bird's dead more than likely. If you shoot that bird flying, might as well throw your box of shells at them.
Yeah,
I mean, truly.
dude, you remember the one? It was the second day. We were trying to get our last bird. Me and Damon both threw up on this bird, and you could see him like pushing
Like, you could
back.
see him getting hit.
Yeah.
6 shots, 3 apiece, and every single one, the wads was hitting this bird.
And he ended up falling about 70 yards out.
I thought he didn't fall. I thought he kept right on getting it.
Fell like 60, 70 yards out, and we both shot like 6 or 7 times a piece, and never got the bird.
There was a couple of them little rascals that done that crap.
Yeah.
That is a hard bird. But then you get to, because the second day, like the first day, we didn't kill nothing but what, buffleheads, and y'all killed that one scooter.
I killed that one surf scooter.
Scooter. My bad. Them things
scooter,
is
but
ugly.
they scoot.
They
so, I mean,
they ugly.
I think
that thing looked like he's got little googly eyes put on him. You ever seen one of them jokers?
He does.
That thing is ugly.
Snow white eyes.
I asked
birds.
Damon because I ain't never seen one. That was the first time I'd hunted the Outer Banks, and we pulled up. I said, "What is that? A miniature pelican?" But the second day, me and Damon hunted in the stand together, and we were killing the buffleheads. And then we seen a bunch of bluebills. They were just high.
The bluebills were off toward the Pamlico Sound in a drove of, I'm not trying to exaggerate, I'd say there was at least 7,000 to 10,000 of them.
Yeah, the birds
coming in
is
like
there.
a migratory group.
Yeah,
the
out
birds
there,
is
that is how it is.
But we were sitting there, and then we killed a bufflehead, and I went out there to get him. You remember this?
I still feel bad
And
about it.
No, you had killed a redhead.
No, I killed a bufflehead, and Jay went out because I had a hole in my wader. I couldn't go out there. And Jay had gotten out the blind to go pick up the duck. And he was out in the middle of the decoy spread.
And I did not take my gun with me one time.
And I tell Jay, he said, don't move. And there were 2 big ducks circling. And when they flew over, I shot. And the closest one to me, I didn't care. I shot the closest one to me. And the bird folded and hit the water. And the head came up, and I shot again. I knew it weren't a bufflehead. I had thought it was a black duck. See, a black duck is my dream duck. Yeah. And I'm like, is that a black duck? Is that a black duck? And Jay walked over to it and excuse my friend, said, you son of a bitch, you killed my redhead. Because that is the bird he was wanting to kill more than anything else up there.
Yeah, because I'd never killed one. I'd like to kill a goldeneye, but other than that, a pintail ain't really realistic for us around here. There's been a couple of people that killed some around here, but
you got to go toward the coast for that.
It's not like I'm waking up in the morning around here. And
you're not.
Yeah, I'm going to kill a pintail.
See if one comes in the spread.
You talk about a black duck. Opening morning this past year when we killed the band and all that, and I messed up on the one episode. I said that we killed. I went back and listened to it, and I said we killed it. We did not kill a black duck or a mottled duck, and we still ain't sure what it was, but it was one of the 2. But when the game wardens pulled up on us, the game wardens,
That's right. You told me about that.
they pulled up on us, and they were talking to us, and we did not know that you could only have 1 box of shells down there.
Mm-hmm.
So every single one of us got a warning for it. Because you can tell when people genuinely didn't know about stuff, or when people were just like, I was in shock. Because down here at Marsh, you can take 2 boxes, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And that's the only WMA I've ever hunted. So, and that was my first time going down there. Yeah. But they were sitting there talking to us, and one of them happened to be from Nichols, and he knew John, or boss. But while we were sitting there talking to him, a black duck or a mottled duck, it's hard to kind of tell when they ain't.
Yeah, they are. The only way to tell them apart is by their wing feathers. That's the only way to tell them apart.
Well, he flew right over our heads, and the game warden said, well, why didn't you shoot him? I was like, I am not partaking in shooting anything with a game warden standing right here beside me. He said, well, I'd have shot him. I said, well,
good for you.
Good for you. I'd have loved to have killed him, but you standing right here, I'd have probably done something illegal and not known about it. Your shell shook too fast.
Dylan, that is some stuff they would pull.
Yeah.
Easily.
Dylan, can we talk about that second day of our Outer Banks hunt?
Yeah, because we went into it. We went up towards Kitty Hawk, That was
Oh, okay.
this was Weston's first time at Outer Banks.
You were up there where the pintails, like the pintails are up there.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
We didn't see any. But the guide our first day was awesome. We were on a scissor rig, and all we shot was bufflehead and I think 1 or 2 scoters, which was fine because we shot
so many bufflehead.
we got our belly full of shooting. But the second day we went, the guide was, I mean, just an a-hole
Really?
the whole time.
Mm.
And initially you think it's just like him just being funny.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Is my dad?" We didn't know where he was because there were several guides with the same guide service.
Yeah.
All put in there.
Yeah.
And so like everybody was going to their boats and this and that. And we were like, "Where's our guy at?" And he just randomly came walking by where we were parked at. And he was like, he said our names like, y'all hunting with me today? We were like, yeah, we couldn't find you. We didn't know where you were. My dad was like, do we need to go ahead and put the guns in the boat? Because we didn't know if he was still getting stuff ready or whatever. He said, well, y'all wanna come hunt, don't you?
We thought he was being funny.
We were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah. All right.
That's the kind of mentality the guy we were talking about has.
Yeah.
No, the guy we went with just wouldn't have talked to you. He'd just been like,
And
"You stay right here. I don't care."
It was what, 5 o'clock? I mean, it was pitch black dark. 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
It was the sun was starting to crest.
Yeah.
And so we're like, all right. And we had talked about this, but we'll go back into it.
Mhm.
He had the boat pulled up to this dock that
It's about as good as that.
the dock
Dock
around the
there.
pond house. It was,
Yikes.
I don't know why he pulled it up over there, but anyways, he's like, somebody's gonna have to walk across this beam because all the other boards were busted or we're gonna bust. So he had this one solid beam to walk across. He's like, one of y'all gonna have to walk across this beam. I can't do it because I'm too big. And my dad, he couldn't do it. Weston, you were 13.
13.
Didn't want Wes to walk out there and get hurt. And so I was like, well, I'll just go get the boat.
You were the sacrificial lamb. Huh?
Yeah. So I'm sitting here with waders on, and it's cold as crap. It was like 20 degrees or something.
The wind was howling out there.
Yeah. So like, I was walking on this beam, got to the boat, got in the boat, and he was like, all right, come on, pull the boat up so that we can get on, because I had to pull it up farther where it was more sturdy. And so I started pulling the boat, and he was like, come on, we got to go. I was like, all right, dude. You know, I mean, we're paying you to come out here and hunt.
Like, we don't mind helping, but we ain't going to be your slave the whole
Exactly.
time.
We're not going to do the work for you, then pay you for the work we did.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
we got,
I'll give
I
you
mean-
boat gas.
all he needed was a whip.
Yeah.
Damn.
So so I get the boat pulled up. We're getting on the boat. He's like, come on, guys. Y'all got to hurry. So then we're like, where do you want us to put our stuff? Because most of the time they tell you, it's like, just sit your stuff right here.
Yeah.
And then sit down and
Absolutely.
we'll take off. So he never said anything. He's like, come on. He wanted us to untie the boat, push the boat off, all this. He never moved from his little captain's chair.
Yeah.
So we sat our stuff down and we started riding. I mean, he was full throttle, and I'm talking the wakes out there.
Yeah.
The waves, like, we were just bouncing. I mean, our butts was coming off the chairs. We was holding on to everything. I was like, oh my God.
Mhm.
And when we were riding, the redheads, dude,
Everywhere.
Dude,
everywhere.
The redheads, you know how a sunset looks, like an orange sunset? There's
Mhm.
so many out there. That's what it
Oh, yeah.
about looks like.
Oh, yeah.
And like, it started getting light enough, you could tell that they were redheads. You could see the red, and they were like buzzing right over us. We were like, oh, this is about to be a good hunt. So we started getting excited. And then he said, he slows down. He says, all right, y'all start unraveling these decoys. He had a ton of decoys.
Way too many.
He had decoys, the old canvas style decoys. He had, and they were all shot to smithereens.
Oh, God. Oh,
So
boy.
He was like, y'all start unraveling these decoys and throw them out the left side. And we're like, okay. And you know, when it's that cold, your hands, when they get wet, they start
Yeah.
burning. And then
Oh,
you
yeah.
just can't
Mine-
hardly move them.
Mine get purple even when
Oh,
they're not
yeah.
wet. I'm just
Oh, yeah.
skinny. Like, mine just
Yeah.
get purple.
So we start throwing these things out. And he's like circling the boat, but not circling around where we were putting the decoys out. He would circle, and then he would do a U, and then go the other direction. And then, so we were still throwing them out the left side, unraveling, because the whole time he's like, come on. Now. So we were throwing them out, just going nuts in there. And then he got ticked because we were still throwing them out the left side, and he turned the boat and he says, what are y'all doing? He said, we got to throw them over here. We were like, all right. So by this point, we knew how this was going to go.
I would have just told him to take me back to the land and I ain't dealing with this crap.
Well,
That'd have been great. I wish I could have been there.
That would have been different.
Yeah, no, you would have loved it.
But our dad was trying to make it a special trip for
Oh,
us.
yeah.
But if it wasn't my first time, things would have probably went different.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Look, you ain't gonna be a butthole, but so many times at 4:30 in the morning, and I will cuss you.
So by the time we got all these decoys out, we were breathing hard, like we had done worked. We done pulled an 8-hour shift in 20 minutes. So he wants to. So the way that works when you're out there on a boat, they've got an anchor line that stays, and there's a buoy on the anchor line. Then you've got the line from the boat that ties into that.
Yeah.
And that way, when you need to leave to go pick up ducks, you just untie. So he throws out the anchor. He tells me to reach down and grab the line on the boat. He says, reach down and get that line. Instead of it being in the boat, it's like way down under the boat.
Yeah. Hooked to that little thing that you hooked the trailer up to, like the boat to the trailer.
Yeah. So the wakes, I mean, it is just, we are bouncing out there, and I'm leaned over the front of this boat like my waist is on the gunnels of the boat. It was pretty hairy. He didn't care.
Man down.
Hurry.
I finally got this thing up. I got it up, got in the boat. He looks at my dad and he says, oh, what kind of knot was it? He said,
Overhand knot.
Yeah, he said, tie an overhand knot in this thing. Well, we don't tie knots. I used to do a little bit of tree work. But
He ain't a professional knot tire.
that was a long time ago. So I don't remember how to do an overhand
You mean to
knot.
tell me you weren't in the Boy Scouts?
No, I wasn't in the Boy Scouts. I mean, if I would have, that would have saved some heartache.
So hold on, Damon. If I was to ask you to tie overhand knot at 4:30 in the morning, you got me.
Absolutely.
You'd have been his
It
first
might not have
mate.
been overhand knot, but it would have been a knot. It would have been a knot.
I have a specific knot I'd have tied for him.
My dad was just holding these two ropes. He was just holding these two ropes, looking at them. He's like, and what was it he said?
He said, forget it. I'll just do it.
He said, just forget it. I'll do it. And we all looked at each other like, I mean, dude.
Finally, you're going to do your job.
So he ties the overhand knot. We get set up. And I mean, at this point, the birds are just everywhere.
Yeah.
And where we had the boat at was like, it was probably 50 yards from the decoys.
And the spread,
What?
and the spread was probably 100 yards wide, 70 yards wide, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably 70.
Yeah. And he swore up and down the spread was 35 yards.
That's still a long shot.
Yeah, 35. I mean, that's
That's out there.
That's pushing it.
Our guy had us hooked up.
Our guy, I can't say that on camera, but
We were set.
we were set.
he had
We were
special.
set.
We were set.
All
he had
we
a
had
special
to,
spread.
look, all we had to do, he pulled up to the blind, put us in it, and he went and put the decoys out.
That's normally how it goes.
That's how it
That's
goes.
how it should be. Well,
And then he came back and told us he was leaving.
it may have been 35 yards,
They long 35 yards.
but it was a long 35. The first
Yeah.
decoy that was closest to us was probably 35. Well, the first group of ducks came in. They were cupped up. The sun was in our face, which is a no-no. Why he didn't have us on the backside, I have no idea, where the sun would be behind us. Anyways, so the first group of ducks coming in all up in the sun, but they're cupped up doing it perfect.
Yeah.
Straight on shots are the best to me.
Mhm.
So we just start unloading on them. He tells us to shoot. When he tells us to shoot, they was out there. We hadn't even pulled the guns up. Like, we didn't have the safety off yet. They were cupped up coming in, and he's like, shoot. We're like, oh, shoot, okay. So, I mean, you aim at the bird and aim up a little bit. Just doom, doom, doom. And
My Lord.
I think we did knock a couple down,
Mhm.
and then shooting them, trying to get them while they're on the water still.
Am I good?
Yeah.
I just don't want to knock that down.
Oh no, you're good now. So then comes the cripples.
Oh boy.
Well, shooting a crippled bird 35 yards out in
Ain't
the
gonna do no
wind.
good.
With a
And-
modified choke.
Oh no, sir.
We needed that.
Modified choke.
Modified.
Look, I don't care if they'd have been landing 10 yards away. I
I know
got
you
that
don't
long range in,
I
son.
swear. You about have to have a long range out there in Outer Banks. I mean, you truly about have to.
Well, the whole time these birds on the water, he's telling us, shoot them. And then you got to wait until the boat comes down and you can see the bird in the middle of the waves. Because otherwise you're just shooting that wave. You're not hitting the bird.
Yeah.
And when we're shooting, you can see the spread.
Yeah.
Is like, whoa, it is wide. So if you do hit that bird, you're not going to get maybe 1 or 2 pellets in it.
Yeah.
So then came untying the boat and going to get them.
Oh boy.
It was just a mess. Like we said, if it hadn't been for Wes being there, it might have been a shootout on this boat.
Oh boy.
Who knows? And then we'd get back after he just chewed us out over not killing the birds, not doing everything fast enough, not tying overhand knots, not scratching your head right, whatever. And he'd be like, "Man, y'all guys did a good job.
Y'all doing a great freaking job out there. Dude.
Y'all were doing
Y'all are
good."
doing amazing.
Well, yeah. I mean, you gonna tip us now?
He
I
give
mean,
you a little bit
yeah.
talk. I wouldn't have paid him for nothing but the gas it took to get out there.
And then like as it went on, he proceeded to tell us about how he was basically an alcoholic. His
it
girlfriend
sounds like a him problem to me.
his girlfriend was cheating on him, and I was like, "Well,
Once
this
again,
kind of makes sense,
Yeah.
you know."
There was one bird that we knocked down. He was crippled on the water. I think it might have been I can't remember if it was a bluebill. I think it was a bluebill. Dude, he was so far out there, and that dude was just yelling at us, kill it, kill it. Y'all got to hurry up and kill this bird.
Weston was at the front of the boat, and so he's got the most swing distance. So most of the time we were letting him shoot the cripples. Well, there was no good time to shoot them because they were so far.
Yeah.
And he was like, shoot it. What are you doing, dude? Shoot it. So Weston just said, screw it. Pow, pow, pow. And then there was another time. So it was Wes at the front, me in the middle, and my dad behind me. There was one time 2 bluebills came by. They probably were about 35 yards.
yeah.
And they were flying from the left to the right,
Mhm.
if you're looking straight out the boat. I'm the only one that's got shells in the gun at this time because we've been shooting cripples. So they come by, and I see them. I'm looking at them, as I'm like, "Oh, there's 2 birds right there." He said, "Shoot them." I would have had to blow Weston. I'd have had to blow a hole through Weston's head to even have a chance. Like, what are you doing? Why are you not shooting these birds? I'm like, I'm trying not to kill my brother, dude. And he was like, he was fine. Whatever.
That sounds about accurate for Outer Bank gods. They are a little on the off the deep end.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
a little.
You want me to tell you one tip that a guide could give you if they know that you've never hunted the Outer Banks before? And I mean, it'd be a good tip. Because was that your first time hunting out there?
No.
Okay. Well, it was my first time, right? They don't, or I didn't know until I got out there that, how do you put this? Stuff looks a lot closer than what it actually is out there.
mhm.
Because a bird flying right at you 100 yards away don't look that far.
Mm-mm.
But see, around here, they've got to come through a bunch of trees and stuff. So if you can see them in most of the holes we hunt, they're
Yeah.
killable.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
I struggled with that when we first got out there.
You don't really want to try to shoot in the decoy spread,
Mhm.
but he was just shoot him, God Almighty, shoot him, God,
who
Jesus
don't?
Christ.
Who don't? Huh?
Typically, you don't want to shoot the
Oh,
decoys.
we did
Don't.
sink a decoy
Sure
our
did.
last time there.
Well, me and my dad filled them decoys. I mean, I'm talking about emptying
Pick
them
'em
in
up.
them decoys.
Y'all weren't
Yeah.
the first people because those decoys were mangled up and putting
Yeah,
them out.
yeah.
And then when we left, guess who picked up every single one of the decoys?
Y'all did?
Yep,
Yeah.
we picked up every one. He just
I
manned
would
the
have.
boat.
I would have told him no.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
It is like I have a short temper. At this point, I would have told him, "Do your job, or I'm not going to pay you."
That'd have been funny if that had been our guy.
No. I would have probably had to pull him off of him.
We'd have had our own
'Cause
guide service.
if any of you guys know Jay Rowan, he is not a morning person at all.
Well,
At all.
yeah. And it got to
Unless
the
I'm
point.
duck hunting my own holes.
Yeah.
You know?
Then he's pretty low.
If you got a Newport, you're
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna
I
move-
don't think I had none out there.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
I would never duck hunt.
You
without a
were
Newport.
you were burning them down.
Yeah, that whole was I with Holden the first day.
You were holding first day.
Yeah. I think he's probably hooked on them now, ain't he? He probably had to go through therapy or something to get off of them.
But I'm pretty sure this guide we had probably has a cocaine problem.
What?
Well, I got a quick question. Do you think that was just his personality, or do you think he was going through a lot at that time?
He probably, I mean,
Or was he just an?
Just
know,
an
I think
a-hole?
it's a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. I mean, I could feel sure it'd probably be hard on you if you
Yeah.
know that you're. But why
You know-
would you stay?
You know, when somebody's an alcoholic really bad, their eyes are just like yellow.
Yeah.
His eyes were like, I mean, look like dirty teeth.
Dang.
They were orange.
Yeah. But he had a really bad booger problem. Like the whole,
He had a
that's why I said
booger problem.
What was he
yeah.
doing? Isn't it?
he was just like
Oh, the booger
Yeah.
sugar.
coming down. He had,
Okay.
it was dripping on his.
the booger sugar.
It was dripping on his
Ooh.
jacket.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
Hey,
gonna name.
hey, now it's cold that time of year. People have colds, man.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
judge
Yeah.
too
Now,
hard.
hey.
He just
do you
ticked
remember
me off, so I don't
how
care.
cold was it when we were out there?
The first day was not that cold. The second day,
It was in the teens, was it not?
Rough that second
40
day.
degrees out there with the wind and moisture in the air feels a lot colder.
I'm pretty sure
No,
it was in the teens.
It was in the teens, like
Yeah, yeah.
straight.
And look,
Yeah, it's cold. as-
nothing can prepare you. You ever heard of wind burn?
Yes.
You're gonna get it in Outer
yeah,
Banks.
yeah. If you
It
don't,
is windy out there. If you take so at one point in time when they switched our blind out there to put us where y'all were at when y'all finished up.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it was windier on y'all side.
We were on the south side of the
I
bay.
had taken because I had the banded hoodie on and I had on a Drake jacket because it was pretty cold, and the wind don't never stop. And so I was like, well, I can probably take this Drake jacket off. I took that Drake jacket off. 5 minutes later, I was putting it back on. I was about to freeze to death.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the wind. That second
the
day,
wind
God,
will hurt you out there more than the cold will.
It's a
Which-
different type of cold.
The
out there.
second day, that
Yes.
blind you and me went to, that was a ride to go out there.
So
From what I
the
remember,
first day we came right out of the
right out of the bay, I
Right out-
reckon you
no.
could call it.
it was right out of the little slough from where they put the boat in,
Mm-hmm.
and they literally turned the corner, and the blind's right there.
Yeah, we could still see where the boat dock or the landing was in the first blind we were
Where
in.
they went, y'all were the 3-4 miles down that left side of the bay.
Yeah, but we could still see the dock from where we pulled off from.
Yeah.
Me and Holden the first day.
Oh, never mind.
You remember
y'all,
what I'm talking
y'all
about?
y'all were put out before us.
Yeah.
Like, so the slough's coming out, then opens up into the bay. They were like right in the middle of that slough.
yeah, I
like,
mean, you
right
could
where it
still
parts out.
we could still see like
That's
the truck.
That's actually where we hunted the first day 2 years ago.
Was it any good?
We killed the piss out of birds.
Let's see. It was slow for us. I think we killed 5 birds there, and we sat there till
I
about
think we saw.
lunch.
I think we saw about 7 species on that blind that morning.
Damon,
Dang.
do you know this, out there in Outer Banks,
Mhm.
right? Is it open to just anybody can hunt out? There's a lot of regulations out there. I've looked it up, try to see because I would rather. I mean,
I'll tell you something that I heard.
It's kind of like public land, like like if you put up a like if you put up a deer stand on public property or on public land,
Yeah.
you can hunt it,
but everybody
but
else.
everybody else can if you're not there. That's how the blinds are out there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like the blind ain't yours. Anybody can hunt it. I wouldn't probably recommend it.
No.
Like those two, I've used 2 different guides out there, and we used the same blind on both the guides.
Yeah.
So,
Really.
The-
I wonder if
where
they
me- where me and
correlate
you-
with
where-
each other or
where
not.
me and
Yeah,
you-
I'm sure.
killed the second day.
Yeah.
That's where we hunted the second part of the first day and all of the second day.
I swear that was the best blind out there.
Yeah, it was up there
in
that
my
time too.
perspective.
It was up there that second time too.
I mean that
Well,
that place was jammed up.
I would.
I've
I would
said-
definitely would. I can imagine if the guy just pulled up and there's some random guys sitting in the blind, that'd probably get pretty bad pretty quick.
Mm.
But talking about, I mean, I know we've been talking about the hunts and stuff, but seeing a group of bluebills, like a nice group of bluebills coming in doing it right, is one of the prettiest things.
Yeah, this past year we had that we done. So the laws up there on limits are really weird.
Yeah.
You can only kill 1 bluebill a day until January the 1st, and you can kill 2.
Yeah.
We were up there December 30th and 31st. So we could only kill one bluebill. We didn't kill our bluebills. And we had about 200 bluebills in our spread.
Well, the first time I ever went up there, I was young. It was actually a youth hunt. And the guides, depending on where you're at, kind of depends on the guides and how the guides do guiding.
Mm-hmm.
But when the first time we went, I don't even remember who the guide was, but we didn't look up the regulations because we kind of thought, we looked it up a little bit, but we thought the guide would fill us in. Because we thought at that time the guy was going to be there with us, like they do on most other animal, you know. And so we didn't know that it was only this was in February for the youth day. We didn't know that you could only shoot 2. We had 2 by like the first 10 minutes of being out there, and I'll leave it at that. We still hunted the rest of the day. But it didn't matter because when the guides came to pick us up when it was dark, like I said, this was supposed to be a youth hunt. There was a lot of ducks in the boat, and we were the only 2 kids out there.
You know, that's kind of a trend that I've noticed with those guides up there, and the game Mormons up there know.
They have to.
They know that those guides are letting people kill over the limit.
Well, because if they didn't, there wouldn't be near as many hunters up there, and it comes into a economical thing.
And how are the game wardens going to do their job if they ain't got anybody to give tickets to?
Yeah, but like if you don't have people coming out there to do hunts, because who wants to take a trip 4, 5, 6 hours away to only be able to kill 2 birds?
But how do you know that the game warden ain't getting a little out of, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
I've been up there with 3 different guides, and I have seen them do some stuff that will get people put under the jailhouse around here.
Well, what people don't really understand, that's a federal bird. You know?
Yeah.
That is.
And I even asked him, I said, "You're not worried about the game wardens?" He said, "They ain't gonna bother us out here."
Well, a lot of those places,
Okay.
A lot of people know a lot of people.
and in a lot of those places at that time of year, because in the summertime it's booming. You got fishing, you got people out there joyriding, you know, doing all that kind of stuff. But in the wintertime, duck hunting is the only thing that brings tourists, that brings people in.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I don't think if they were real strict on the limits out there, people wouldn't come hunt.
There'd be no point. Because for us, it was what, 4.5 hours?
About 4.5, yeah, 4.5.
Yeah. I mean, not a lot of people are once they go one time and you realize, oh, I'm about to just kill a lot of buffleheads, maybe get a couple of other species. But I mean, from when I went, we didn't kill nothing but buffleheads pretty much. I mean, we killed what was it at the end with all of us? 5 redheads?
5 redheads, 1 scoter, and like 200 buffleheads. This is what it felt like.
It was a friggin' lot. We were tired of shooting buffleheads.
Yeah.
I know I didn't go this past year. I went to the Peach Bowl in Atlanta while they were hunting. And
That's right. I seen you on TV, Damon.
yeah,
You remember that?
I was, a little off topic here. You know who I was sitting with? Cooper Manning.
Cooper, man.
I was sitting with
Crap.
Cooper Manning. He was 1 row in front of us.
Really?
Yeah.
I send you a video because I seen you on TV.
Yeah.
Hey, that thing had me dying. I was like, I swear that looks like Damon. I went on Snapchat and I looked at his Snapchat story. He was there. So I backed up the TV, like whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, rewinded it.
There you go, rewinded it. And I was like, dang, that's Damon. So I took a video. I said, hey, you made it on national television.
Yeah, I was on ESPN. I was like, heck yeah.
Well, there's still plenty of other species that we could get into,
Oh, yeah.
but we've been on here for a while.
Yeah, it's been a long haul.
So if you would like to come on, I don't think we have anybody for next weekend.
No, we can do next weekend again.
We can do a double next weekend, and
Right.
we can continue our stories.
Do a
Yes,
part
sir.
2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's because we still got to talk about turkeys.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite thing.
Yes.
I got one question
What's up?
before we leave. I know that all you do is bow hunt.
Mhm.
How do you feel about crossbows?
Okay, so
debate time.
I've been debating myself on getting my dad and grandfather both a crossbow. Because you've been on my property before.
Yeah, but
You
they're
know-
also older. They're getting older.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't need to be stressing their joints and stuff or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. Because
I
your
have-
granddad's how old?
My grandfather's 82 now.
Yeah, I mean, there's, I mean,
Yeah.
The dad's
it's kind
54.
of give
My
and
grandfather's
take.
82.
Yeah.
But as far as my opinion on that, I have no problem with it. If you want a crossbow hunt, there's nothing in the world wrong with it. I mean, if you want to hunt, you want to hunt. I mean, that's the drive that gives us sportsmen and brings us together. But do I think crossbows should be allowed during bow season? I don't. I do. The way I see bow season, like the first 15 days, it should be anything without a trigger.
I look at that.
I can
kinda-
agree with that.
I look at it kind of like somebody in the deer stand shooting a 270 compared to somebody with a long range rifle set up for over 500 yards. Because to me, now, for like you're talking about with a crossbow, for somebody that's either older or
Mhm.
disabled, then yes.
Absolutely.
But
Well, they can make elderly like regulations for it, you know?
yeah,
Like, if you're
there
retired.
would be a lot of law
Yeah.
in that it'll probably be too much for DNR to really even consider. You know,
but like a long range, like I've seen them on YouTube and stuff shooting elk from like 800-900 yards
yeah, it's
away.
ridiculous.
That's not hunting at that point. When you can sit there and
With
talk to your
what?
buddies, the rifles out there.
Oh,
problem,
I
like-
thought we were talking about crossbows again. I was going to say, my Lord. I wonder how,
Now, if you go
much
on-
to pull back that thing's got on it.
If you go on YouTube and look, like you know what the average range of a crossbow to be sighted in is 60 yards.
I just saw somebody post about.
So what does that mean? After 60 yards, it's not really accurate? Or
No, that's what they sighted in for.
okay, so 60 yards. What, I'm not.
Am I comfortable shooting that bow at 60 yards? And that is one of the, if not the fastest bow on the market right now.
Yeah.
No, I will not shoot that over 40.
So you know who like Josh Bomar is?
Mhm.
You've seen him?
Mhm.
Yeah, he went to Africa or wherever it was, and shot. I think it was a kudu, maybe might have been
Yeah.
at like 90
a
yards.
kudu?
A kudu
What
deer.
is a
You know, they're gray with the black and white face with the really long horns.
They look cool as crap.
See,
They
y'all,
look really cool.
y'all be knowing stuff about stuff we ain't got. I'm just worried about what we got. What is a kudu?
Jay, we're in the hunting industry now.
Yeah, I know.
You got
but-
Kudu are really okay. Best way I can put it, they like an overgrown billy goat.
Wait, do their horns have like a little bit of a
Oh,
twirl to
I-
it?
No.
hold on.
That's a
Springbok?
springbok. Yeah,
I
The-
know what you're talking
the
about now.
kudu have got horns about 4 foot long that go straight out.
Okay,
the back of their
yeah,
head.
I know.
kinda
I know
good.
exactly
They're
what
like-
you're talking about now.
They're like
They're
an
like
elk.
they're like the size of an elk.
They kind of like a
But
whitish grayish
Gray,
color.
yep, that's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's
I
a
know what
kudu.
you're talking about. Yeah, because what's his name? The dude that does the what's his name? Tim Wills.
Tim
I'm
Will.
pretty sure he was hiding in a water trough out there and shot one with a blow dart gun or something.
That man is
He does some
something else.
crazy
He
stuff.
really does.
Look, hey, have you seen the video of him duck hunting with a bow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's duck hunting with a bow. I'm pretty sure he's
I
done
mean,
a
He's done with a blow gun before
He's
too.
he's hitting limits with a bow.
He's spearing. I saw one. He was down there with grizzly bears with a spear, just sitting up in a tree, and it was a mom and 2 cubs, and the mom could smell them, but she didn't know where he was at, and they were like directly under him, and they were doing that thing where they chopped their jaws.
Yeah, they pop their jaw.
He had to
Yeah.
stay up there until like 2:00 in the morning because they wouldn't leave the bait pile. That takes some.
Have you seen the video of him shooting the grizzly between the eyes with the bow?
What?
No, I have not.
Yes. It's in his intros. Like the grizzly stands up, he draws back, shoot, you could see the arrow and hits the grizzly right between the eyes and drops it.
Like, when is he gonna stop? What does he have left cool to do?
Have y'all seen the one where he about died because he fell or
on his
something?
spear?
Yeah, with the spear and
Africa?
bleeding
Yeah.
out.
He would be a good one to have
On the
the
podcast.
100 men versus one gorilla, just him versus a gorilla, and he
With a
just, like,
stick,
yeah, just a blow dart
With a
gun and
stick.
just figure it out.
he's probably gonna win. I tell you, one animal I would like to kill is one of them javelinas. Ain't that what
Oh,
they're
the
called?
Oh
javelina.
yeah, in
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah,
Did
I'd like to go down
Did
there and
you
ride that
know-
helicopter.
you know they are not a pig?
Well, what are they?
They are a rodent.
A rodent. Well, that's about like a boar hog around here. That's a
Pretty much.
invasive
We still got to get into
species.
hogs too. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have time for one little story?
Hey,
Just go ahead.
All right. So
This is
A
gonna be
buddy
the
of-
longest crap.
yeah, it's gonna be like an hour and a half podcast, but it's gonna be a good one though. So me and a buddy of mine were coon hunting on our property about 3 years ago, and we never had hogs on our property, never had them, and we saw hog sign, and so we were like, "What the heck? I mean, why do we all of a sudden have hogs in here?" And this is when we had the cameras up, and we got a picture of a boar that was pushing 300 plus pounds. Big red boar. So Thanksgiving, he was on camera Thanksgiving morning. Thanksgiving night, me and my buddy went in there coon hunting. So we were back there in the Oak Ridge. The dog was treed. We thought was treed. Well, he was treed at the time. We went up there and never saw a coon. So he called the dog off. The dog started running back toward the swamp. And we were right behind the dog, not 10 foot, and all of a sudden that dog just stopped. He started looking. And it's wide open in there, but there was a little brush pile with some grown-up cattails.
They love
And that dog was just stopped and started looking, started doing this, and started growling. And he walked to the side where we couldn't see the dog. And all of a sudden, he started booger barking. "Arr, arr, arr." And next thing you know, that dog took off, barking, tail between the legs, running between me and my buddy, and gone. And all we had was a 22 long rifle. We didn't have a pistol, nothing. No, I didn't even have a flashlight. I was just using his flashlight. He had one of them
Yeah.
helmets. And I looked at him. He looked at me and said, "We in trouble. I don't know what is there, but we are in trouble."
Done got Bigfoot out.
I didn't know if we were running the same squinch or what. I didn't know. So me and him just like dropped on our knees, hiding behind an oak tree, shining the light. And we would hear the like that jaw popping. And I said, "That's either a bear or a boar." So we started looking, and about 15, 20 yards from us was that big red boar staring us dead in our eye because we were on our knees, popping his jaws at us. And all I had was a little old 22 rifle. I said, "This is either going to end one of two ways. Either we going to die or we running up a tree." Like I've never in my life been scared of the woods until that night. And
it's dark too. That just adds a whole
pitch
other.
black. That was the biggest thing I've ever. His shoulders, what they were that wide. That was the biggest hog I had ever seen. So I just pulled up the gun and I said, I mean, if I shoot him with him like this right here, it's just gonna bounce off of him.
Mm-hmm.
So
Bounce, that thing ain't-
he finally kind of turned and I shot him in the gut with a 22, 15, 20 yards. He walked off.
People would say that's unethical, but in that moment, you're actually in danger.
No, like that is about the only time in my life that I've genuinely been scared.
If you've
If
never
something will
seen
hurt me.
what a pig can do to something,
Mm-hmm. They hurt people all the time.
they will get. Listen, a hog that big, if he'd have got you, nobody'd know where you were. They'd find nothing.
Yeah,
They wouldn't find nothing of you.
But I promise you, I just said his name, Ronnie. He brought the 22 mag next time, and a 9mm. I brought my 45. We did run into that hog one more time about 2 weeks later, and never saw him again. But that was a grown hog.
Speaking of, y'all don't have any spooky stories about the woods?
Well, the next
The
part
next
two,
one?
we'll get into it.
Yeah, I got something.
Yeah.
I definitely got one on that one.
Well, did you want to get into the would you rather? You want to
Yeah,
get that?
yeah.
What was your
what was
all right,
the
would you rather? We said we're
rather?
going to do this every time. We
Okay,
I
it's a
remember.
crappy one, but you guys seem to like it.
Well, hold on. Does anybody have phone service? Because I know I don't.
No, I tried to look at it. The one you talking about with the big toe?
Yeah, I just can't remember.
That
it.
one was, would you rather have like an oversized big toe or an oversized thumb?
Yeah, that one ain't that good.
Yeah.
That's easily a thumb because you'd have to have two different size shoes.
Not really. If you
Yeah,
get, you know how
What
good
you
your
gonna do? Cut
balance
a
would
hole
be?
in?
Do you know how good your balance would be with a big toe?
That would be awful.
You'd be one heck of a soccer player out there just
I mean,
thumping that thing.
dude,
Oh, I got a size
NFL
12.
kicker.
I got a size 12 on my left foot, a size 16 on my right.
It'd be all right. You got good balance. What you want, a droopy pinky finger?
I mean, your one arm would just be like just jacked because you're just always
Every time you go to open the door, your pinky finger get there first.
I mean, I'm just saying, I would rather have the finger than the toe. Because I don't feel like buying 2 sets of shoes every
Yeah,
time I
but
buy a
nobody's
toe.
got to see the toe, you know? Everybody's going to see the finger. What you going to do? Wear a glove? They still going to see it.
You just want to disagree with me to disagree with me?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
What was the question you had?
What do you mean the question?
Would you rather?
Okay, I don't really care for it, but would you rather not wipe your butt for the rest of your life? Or would you rather not taste anything the rest of your life?
Taste.
Are we going to give our answers?
Stanky, bro.
All right.
You be stanky.
So, no, you would rather lose your taste, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he would be able to wipe his butt if he would takes taste.
Oh, so wait.
Yeah, if he's
Okay.
taking,
Okay.
if
okay.
he
I
don't
heard the other
want,
way. I
he'd
heard the
rather
other way.
not want his taste.
I'm gonna go with taste because that could be beneficial.
Yeah.
I could lose some weight.
Yeah, I mean, nothing would taste good anymore, so just be like, nah.
And just eat.
Just
Damn,
need to
couldn't
survive.
eat duck no more, Jay.
That would suck though.
Is what it is. I can still eat it.
Everybody around the table like, God, this is so good.
Hey, we could finally beat them crazy people
Like,
eating
well.
them merganders.
Yeah, look. Have some mudfish stew.
Oh,
Buzzard.
stop. Ugh.
Some buzzer.
Wouldn't bother you.
Buzzard.
I
Yard
mean,
chickens.
you could have that armadillo we seen on the side of the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Armadillos.
Armadillos keep digging.
Little holes in my backyard.
So what would you take, Damon?
No taste.
I think it's a round trip. On
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
taste.
no
it's
taste.
no taste.
Just imagine you live to 130.
and you can't taste the whole.
That would be 106 years of me not wiping my butt. Just
Yeah.
imagine that. I mean, that thing be caked up.
I mean, you'd be sitting around the table like everybody's talking about, God, this is so good. Like, well,
And you
at
just,
least my butt is clean.
you would gag a gnat right time you walk in the room. You just,
I feel like you'd have to have a special way to like let it go, you know?
yeah. Well, what if you got a bidet?
That's what
That's
I was
not
just thinking
wiping.
about. Technically, it's not wiping. I mean, you know, them Japanese people come up with inventions every day.
I mean,
But I can't afford a bidet.
what is it that I don't the people overseas in like them rough places?
You talking about Indonesia?
I don't know.
Indonesia.
But I know a lot of them don't have like they don't use toilet paper, they just use their hand. They just grab it.
Yeah, it's probably them kids in Ethiopia.
No, that's probably
Oh my God.
that's probably India.
Mm.
Then they out there making
And then
street food
Then they stirring it up in your little bowl.
with their hand,
Tastes
the-
good.
bowl and grease.
Very good.
All right, guys. This has been
Me and my cousin make this.
a good episode. We've spent a lot of time.
It's been long.
The file transfer on this
That's
to
gonna-
upload is going to
freaking-
take forever. I'm gonna have to go to your house to do these,
That's fun.
but I think we're probably going to do a part 2.
Yep.
If you're good with that,
Oh,
you're going to be hunting next weekend.
Probably go be hunting in the morning and tomorrow night.
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll get a day set in time. But thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. This has been a pretty natural, good podcast.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
feel-
The joke around one.
Yeah,
Well, it's gonna be even better
Story.
next time.
yeah. So
We just can't talk about our
Just
stories before we start like
Yeah.
we done today.
I was about to spit that drink out everywhere, man. I thought I was about to soak his laptop.
you didn't spit all of it out.
I didn't.
It was coming out your nose. Like it was coming out your eyeballs.
I mean,
Hey, when he said he broke the toilet, all I could imagine is Damon running and just
It was funny until you started choking,
yeah.
and then like because we're kind of squeezed in here, and I was like, "Dang, this ain't good."
Ooh,
Damon
Damon looked
drag
like,
Damon out of here.
Damon looked like the little dude on the Jordan shoes.
oh man.
Well, guys, thank you. We appreciate it. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. Rut and Duck out.
The Rut and Duck Anthem. A buck comes by me chasing the doe, put the beat on his shoulder and let the 12 gauge roll. Big buck down in the smell of gunpowder smoke. I got the deer wood sounding like the Alamo. And if a duck flies anywhere close to the hole, he'll be shot down quick. This is a no-fly zone. Big old Tom hollering up in a tree. When he flies down, I'll call him over to me. He'll gobble and strut, but the last thing you'll see is the muzzle flash from a 3rd degree. I'm telling